Live TV, folks. It works when it wants to, and well, when it doesn't want to work, it just doesn't seem to want to work. Thank you so much for tuning in here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We got it all sorted out here. Working at lap number 5 here as they cross the stripe. You can see the 16 car pointed in the wrong direction. Check that. I believe that was the 46 of Eric Lurindu. Aaron Thompson holding on to the lead. Aaron in that 19 car has a car length or two over the 03 car there of Nate Wenzel. Skylar Shippey in third position. Fourth place going to go to that number 4 car right now of Colton Martin. Kenny Thompson there in fifth in that 39 car. Here at the virtual Oxford Plains Speedway, very special racetrack to a lot of the Northeast race car drivers, and we've got a handful of those cats in the field here tonight. And we got to thank everybody for tuning in here all over the internet. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, all that good stuff, and we appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the shares, all of that good stuff here as we're trying our best to take over the internet. New website on the go as well, www.VidaneTV. You can check out timing and scoring, all the different ways you can watch here on VidaneTV, and there's even a video there how to pull us up on the big screen on the smart TVs. And we're also over on the Instagram now as well. Shoot us a follow, VidaneTV, on pretty much all of the social media outlets. Single file right now, they start to get a little bit squirrely there for that second position. The 51 of Skylar Shippey taking a look-see on the outside. Nothing quite there, though. Going to tuck back in to the tire tracks of Wenzel there in the 03. Front 5, 6, 7 cars, pretty much single file here. You can see Anthony Belfort, J.D. Stockwell getting a little sideways, and as they say that, there goes Shippey on the outside of that 51 car, trying to make something happen there as we work lap number 10. 90 laps, check that, 89 laps here to go at Oxford. They do have one set of tires down on pit road for the entirety of this 100-lap feature event. Billy Trees jumping on boards here for the sponsorship of the event here tonight. And you can see Shippey trying to make that outside work in the 51 car. He's now nose to nose with the 03 of Nate Wenzel. 88 laps to go here, still trying to run down Aaron Thompson. Aaron has checked out in that 19 car. You can see he's got about a second, 1.2 seconds now, the lead as they cross the stripe last time by. Exactly what you want to see when you're the leader. When you look into that rearview mirror, as small as it may be, you can see the drivers in that mirror getting smaller and smaller as they're side by side, trying to hold on to that second position. They've got the 4 car there of Colton Martin as well, getting just a little bit closer. He's going to try and get up to the back bumper, maybe give a little bit of a push to the 03 car, try and give him just that little bit of oomph to get up and around and maybe open that door to grab that position for himself. As you can see, they get it just about sorted out. 39 car of Kenny Thompson there in the Mellow Yellow ride, or that's the City Chevrolet ride in the green and yellow car there in number 39. They're a little bit squirrely in behind there for just that second half of that top 10. Justin Prescott in the 04. Little side by side, little contact with he in the 45. That was J.D. Stockwell. He got side by side into there. The 90 in behind as well. 84 laps to go here in this one. And it's one of the cool things about this racetrack. You're always turning, you're always working, and you're always trying to kind of see where everybody else is on the racetrack, but it always puts on some fantastic racing. Definitely one of the racetracks that I'm trying to get to in real life here this year. It's on the list, and there's actually a physical list this year. As we can see just outside the top 10, the 45, the 1, getting themselves a little side by side. They're getting sorted out this time around. They're following the number 13 car. I believe still the only Ford in the field. No, it looks like he's back. I saw that bow tie on the front of that thing. DJ Gerard back in a Chevy, it looks like, in the number 13 car. Kyle Dumas right up in front of him in the number 15. They're all still chasing down Aaron. There's that gap you can see growing by the lap as he pulls out by a good stretch of lead, and they're still pretty much single file in behind them. The 04 or the just the 4 car. Colton Martin able to get around Skylar Shippey for that third spot. He's setting his sights now on the back bumper of that 03, but the 03 of Nate Wenzel starting to pull away by just a little bit. He might have found a little bit of something in the line, or may very well have been saving a little bit of tires. That's one of the things we did notice here as these drivers were kind of getting into their final happy half hour, as it were, the final practice of the evening before we got into qualifying. A lot of the drivers were kind of practicing drifting almost all the way around the racetrack. Now, drifting very quickly around here is it's definitely a way to get around here quickly, but going to chew up those rear tires in a big, big way. So that's going to be something we might see late in the race if we do get a late race caution, maybe get a handful of these guys down on pit road to swap those tires around, get some freshies on the bottom of these race cars. You might see some of these guys kick it just a little bit sideways, little dirt racing as it were here at Oxford Plains Speedway. The 4-car taking a peek down low on Wenzel. Nothing quite there. Going to tuck back into the tire tracks for the time being. Front 8, 9, 10 cars all relatively single file as these drivers know you have to get to the end of the race before there's a yellow car, the number 74 of Keegan Tabor. He's kind of leading this group right now. Tony Quadros in behind, Anthony Belfort, Kyle Dumas, DJ Gerard we saw in that 13 car. And be sure to follow along on your own. Timing and scoring is now live over on the website, www.vidane.tv/scoring. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen with your iPad or your tablet, cell phone, whatever you got. It'll pop that up. You can see where your favorite driver's running. Oh, and you can see right now that we are under caution for the first time. Big pile up there right underneath the flag stand. Looks like right before the flag stand. And that is, in fact, going to bring out the caution flag for the very first time. We'll back up to U-House Racing Designs Instant Replay, see if we can find out exactly what went down here. And we are going to do it live, and we're going to do it from all the camera angles that we can, because that's how we do it here at VidaneTV. Here is where it looks like a little bit of an accordion effect, and I'm glad we backed that up, because keep an eye on that 12, the black and silver car up towards the front, gets a little loose, big time loose there, gets it corrected, comes back up. The 90 has to check up. The 50 checks up. He gets a little bit loose. There's contact between the 15 and the 13. The 1 gets a piece of it as well. There you can see everybody else getting down and around, heads up, driving by a lot of the drivers outside of the top 10, and they get to gather it back up, and no harm, no foul for a lot of these drivers. Just going to have to regain some of that track position, and it looks like everybody going to stay out for the time being. There you can see the Field Filler Motorsports entry of Jimmy Jakorski in the 74 car. He's going to come down pit road. Looks like he might have a little bit of damage on that number 74 car, so we can get a peek at him there. There you can see tricky pit road here. I don't think we're going to see too many competitive pit stops out of anybody at this virtual racetrack here. I know when I was doing the driving myself, I can never figure this place out. It's very, very true. There's a pit road on the outside, but also there's maybe 2 pit roads on the inside. You can see Jimmy Jakorski still getting some of that damage worked out. It looks like they got tires on it, but still going to try and get some of the virtual sheet metal straightened on out. And back up front, everybody's still trying to run down Aaron. Aaron Thompson going to choose that bottom side. The 03 car going to go up on the high side. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. We are getting ready to do battle once again here at the virtual Oxford Plains Speedway. Green flag from Barney up in the flag stand racing once again. There you can see the 74 car coming off of pit road. Jimmy Jakorski got that damage taken care of, albeit 3 laps down here at Oxford Plains. You can see Aaron able to pull away by a car length, maybe 2 over the battle in behind him, but that battle is heated up in a big way. There's the front 3 have got it all sorted out single file, but then it is a hornet's nest on behind Wenzel and on behind that 39 car of Kenny Thompson. They're beating and banging on each other. Car down into the infield, almost launched up over one of those sand barrels. It looks like that was the I believe it was a 46 car. We stay clean, we stay green. 67 laps to go here at Oxford Plains, and now the front 8 or 7 cars get about sorted out a little bit. Still trying to chase down that 19 car. Definitely has something figured out in the Aaron Thompson camp. As you can see, there's 4 or 5 car lengths in between he and that number 4 car, Colton Martin. He's gained himself a couple of spots there as well in that 4 car. Started just on the outside of the top 5, and you can see running in the 2nd position, Skylar Shippey in the 3rd spot. Kenny Thompson, Nate Wenzel going to round out the top 5. The 03 dropping back just a little bit. Justin Prescott in 6th. JD Stockwell Tony Quadros, Sean Boudreau, and Rodney Huntoon going to be the top 10 currently as they run. And that top 10 is the first battle side by side. One driver trying to hold on to it. One driver getting a little bit squirrely on the outside. The 74 of Keegan Tabor loose in the rear end of that race car. Dropping back a position. And you can see kind of stuck on that high side as one more driver, the one car of Sean Boudreau, going to get down and around, going to find a spot to come down on that bottom side and see if he can get around this racetrack, maybe learn a thing or two from some of the other drivers up around this place. Taking a further look back, there's the 16 car. He's got a good run, or a good view rather, of these couple of side-by-side battles in front of him. Dylan Zulo, Kyle Dumas right in behind him. As you can see, he's leading this kind of third pack back here. Anthony Bellafor against Garrett Benson back here in the 72. These guys kind of struggling with the handling just a little bit, but trying to get maximum points here this evening as the season is coming to a close relatively quickly. Just a handful of races left in this one. Kyle Buck, Chris Colburn back here as well. DJ Gerard sliding on back, and back up front, we're still trying to chase down Aaron Thompson, and you can almost see he's going to have himself some lap traffic here momentarily as he can look out the windshield. You can see that black and red car in danger of going a lap down. I believe that's going to be the 46 car. Indeed it is. And as you can see, it's going to start slowly kind of approaching here. And as we're taking a look at the lap times as well, we're 42 laps into this one, 43 here at the stripe. And if you're looking at home on the Wingnut timing and scoring, you can see the lap times. The best lap time that Aaron Thompson has run is a 16.697. Last time by ran a 17.240. So only falling off about a half a second here, and it seems like everybody else kind of leveled out as well. A little side-by-side action here in the top 5. The 51 car of Shippey kind of stuck in that fourth position. He's trying to hold on there, but the 03 car wants that fourth position back, wants to try and move back on to the podium as Wenzel down on the inside. And once we get a little bit closer here, 5-6 laps from halfway, that lap traffic I feel like is going to play a big role in this top 5. Definitely could affect the way these guys get around the racetrack, because there's really only a groove, maybe a groove and a half, that you can pass here at Oxford Plains. And it's tough when there's traffic. You can see Aaron Thompson closing that gap as we keep an eye on this side-by-side battle here for fourth. Little triple threat match for fourth. As you can see, the 04 car, Justin Prescott, wanting a piece of the action. There's that little bit of drifting we saw earlier on in practice down on the bottom side. You can see it gets really close to the back bumper of the 03 car, but doesn't quite have enough grip to get down and around, just a little bit lower. So just kind of waiting for a mistake to happen there. And that's one of the things we don't really see out of these drivers. And just that quick little incident earlier on, couple of off tracks, but relatively clean race here at Oxford Plains. These drivers definitely checked in a big way. You can see now right up in that lap traffic, Aaron Thompson going to go down on the bottom side, car going up and around onto the outside. No harm, no foul. I think we stay green. Indeed we do. That's one of the cool things about Oxford Plains is it's almost a self-cleaning racetrack. As if there's a wreck, or in this instance, the lap car getting up into the outside, it just kind of goes off into the beach, and it gives them an opportunity to kind of collect their thoughts, collect their race car, and safely get out of harm's way. So we stay clean, just a lap from halfway. Got to thank everybody once again for tuning in here to the Turn4 Podcast Winter iRacing Series. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, just a handful of races after this one to close on out the season. You can see Aaron Thompson commanding a lead. Believe he's led the entire first half of this race. Everybody does, in fact, have a set of tires still down on pit road that they can throw on if they elect to. And I don't think we're going to see any green flag pit stops here in this one. I'm not entirely sure how far these drivers can get on a tank of the virtual Sunoco race fuel, but I believe they can make it at least 100 laps here for the feature. You can see the front 5-6 cars pretty much sorted out single file. They're getting a little bit squirrely back here for 7th and 8th. There's the 12 car of Randy Huntoon trying to make his way in towards the top 5. He's running in the 7th spot right now in that 12 car. Skylar Shippey dropping back a little bit further in 9th position. Dylan Zulo, though, breaking on in to the top 10. That 16 car holding on to 10th. Has a little bit of breathing room in behind him. He's got the 43 Jackson Davis there as well. Anthony Bellafor, Keegan Tabor, Kyle Buck, and Chris Calburn, the top 15 currently as they run. Little side-by-side action up here for the second position, though. Kenny Thompson in the 39 getting around the 4 car, and you can see the 4 right up onto the back bumper, lifting him off the ground just a little bit. That 4 car, shades of Kevin Harvick. Oh, we've got a caution flag here on the racetrack, and everybody going to get slowed up, woed up. There's a car down off into the inside there. That's going to be the 90 of Anthony Bellafor. So we'll back up the instant replay presented by U-House Racing Designs. We'll do it live. That's how we do it here on VidaneTV, and looks like the 90 may have just lost the handling of that car. We'll take a look at it here from the Goodyear blimp, as you can see, just kind of gets into the corner all by himself, and I believe the incident was right about here. Loses the back end of the race car and shoots on down to the inside of the road. You can see the top 2, top 3, top 4 are all coming down pit road, as we'll switch over to our live view. A couple of drivers going up over the hill there to try and get up into this one, and it is a busy place on pit road, one of the trickier pit roads that we've seen here on VidaneTV. 19 down and away, Aaron Thompson at 39, the 1 car picking up a couple of spots, the 03. Everybody racing on down. You can see the pit stop times going on through, see where your favorite driver came off pit road. Couple of drivers still down there working on some of the damage there, but it looks like DJ Gerard holding on to the lead right now in the number 13 NH car. He, in fact, stayed out. Yeah, everybody else came in, so bold move. We'll see if it works here for the 13 car. The boss man, DJ Gerard, going to try and hold on to the lead, at least get a little TV time and lead some laps here under caution. We'll see if he comes down before that pace truck pulls off. Looks like he is going to stay out this time by. So interesting move. We'll see if it works. The lights are indeed out on that pace truck. We're lining them up 2 by 2 all the way through. We're going to get ready to go racing once again. Going to be 41 laps to go at the stripe. Pace truck down and away, and here comes the field. Great restart there for DJ Gerard, having those old tires. It's been 60 laps on that set of tire. The 15 car, we got to keep mention as well. He stayed out on old tires as well. He is already stuck all the way on the outside. He is not happy with those tires. DJ Gerard in no man's land as well, getting freight train down the bottom side. You can see the 19 car kick that door open down to the bottom side, and everybody's coming on through. DJ off into the beach, going to bring Thompson in the 39 car with him. 40 laps to go. We stay green. Big time mistake. Oh my goodness. Up into the yellow car this time around. Not a pleasant situation to be in. We stay green. There's the yellow flag. Looks like we had another car pointed in the wrong direction. Nope, that was DJ parked up into the beach. We saw all that happen live, and man, oh man, that is a tough spot to be in. Tough spot to get out of too. Looks like he's kind of hung up on the curb, but we'll back that up just a little. We're gonna back it up just a little bit more, as we can see just how quick these new tires are. This is back to the restart here on the U.S. Racing Design Instant Replay up here in the VidaneTV blimp. Great start from the 13 car. Everything looked a-okay there. Thompson, looks like he might have spun the tires a little bit on the outside. The 15 already losing the back end of the race car, getting into it. You can see DJ very loose up in the front as well. The 19 gets down and away. The 03 car there as well. The 39 trying to make a little something happen up on the high side. And once we get there, you can see there's a little 3-wide action. Just hard to hold on to that. The 13 gets down and around and gets hooked into the 39 car, sending them down into the beach. And you can see 13 came down, got some tires that time for sure, albeit the 13 going to be down a couple of laps. Going to give the lead back over to that 19 car, Aaron Thompson, to the point. Net Wenzel in the 03 back up to second. J.D. Stockwell in the 45 car. He's going to be running in the third spot. Colton Martin back to P4. And Skylar Shippey going to round out the top 5. Tony Quadros, Justin Prescott Rodney Huntoon, Dylan Zulo, and Anthony Bellafor are going to be the top 10 as they run. 23 drivers started here this evening, 17 of them still on the lead lap, and it looks like 22 cars still out on the field, maybe 21 cars. A couple of drivers parked in the garage area, still trying to get a little bit of the damage done. Actually, looks like Jimmy Jakorski just came back out on track. He's going to gain his spot as he gets around the 95 car of Chris Colburn. So big moves there for the Field Filler Motorsports entry as the lights are off in the iRacing Pace truck. We're lined up 2 by 2 all the way through. Pace truck down and away racing. Once again, 34 laps to go at the start. Big bump there from the 4 into the back of the 03 right at the start. And you can see car off the pace down on the bottom side. 19 car didn't quite get the restart that he's been getting earlier on in these. As you can see, the 45 is right there. JD Stockwell doing a great job sticking to the back bumper of that 19 car. Now Thompson able to pull away by just a little bit. The 90 car Anthony Bellafor going to come down pit road, get some service to that machine. The front 2 get it all just about sorted out. Skylar Shippey gets around the 4 car into the 4th spot, now into the 3rd spot as he's on the bottom side of Nate Wenzel in the 03. Going to slide the 03 car back to P4, maybe P5, because here comes that 4 car of Colton Martin. He's going to slide on in to that open door, move the 4 back to 4, the 03 back to 5, and there you can see the 04 car of Prescott wants a piece of that top 5 action as well. Following right in the tire tracks, car off the track, up over the ant mound, and they're still going to keep going green here. That's one of the cool things about Oxford Plains, kind of a self-cleaning racetrack. If there's a 1-car incident, they kind of spin down and away, and everything is safe to get around the racetrack. They're going to keep going. And that's what we do here in iRacing. We keep moving forward. And you can see already Aaron Thompson coming up on to the back portion of the field. And that's not to say that the rest of the field is slow. It's just Aaron Thompson really has this place figured out. We'll ride on board with him here for a lap or 2. The 19 car really down on the bottom of the racetrack. You can see the curb down there as well. A lot of drivers kind of bump into that, get the car upset, a little bit loose. But you can see just really able to gain a controlled chaos down into the bottom of the racetrack. Not really any opportunity to straighten that wheel out as DJ Gerard going to go down another lap there in the 13 car after leading a couple of laps earlier on in this one. But just always turning the wheel, always on the throttle, and just kind of getting on down and around this racetrack. And you can see from the further out angle, almost a full circle around here at Oxford Plains Speedway. A little bit sideways for the 15 car up in front of our leaders, goes down into the infield, into the pit road area. We stay green that time. Sketchy spot to be in. You can see the 12 car there as well. That's Tony Quadros in danger of going a lap down. That's our 14th place car getting ready to go down a lap the hard way. And that's a matter of a short racetrack, and the 19 car really having this place figured out. You can see JD Stockwell has himself an opportunity to almost get a little bit of ground gain, but you can see the 19 able to get down and around the 12 car. There goes the 45 of Stockwell. He's going to move down in there as well. So 25% of this one, 24 laps to go here at the virtual Oxford Plains. Everybody's still chasing Aaron Thompson in the number 19, JD Stockwell, Skylar Shippey, Colton Martin, and Nate Wenzel, the top 5 as they run. A relatively clean race, couple of small incidences throughout the field in this one, but all in all, been a great race here at the Oxford Plains Speedway, getting ready to close out the season with a bang. Just a handful of races after this one here on VidaneTV here for our Wednesday nighters. The 74 car, Keegan Tabor, going to come down pit road there, and looks like he might have some damage, might have grabbed some tires there as well to see what all he can salvage on the night. Still 12 cars on the lead lap. Aaron Thompson up front. You can see JD Stockwell not really gaining, not really losing, but there is a lot of lap traffic up in front of our leaders. There you can see DJ Gerard getting ready to go another lap down. There's the 46 car of Eric L. He is currently 4 laps down, and everybody able to get down and around so far. So good for the 19 car, and that's just a real tough spot to be in and very nerve-wracking. But it's something you got to do, and that's something everybody else is going to have to deal with there as well in the final 20 laps. The yellow car going off into the beach. They're going to hold on to it, though. We're going to stay green here with 19 to go as they cross the stripe. And leaders still have some lap traffic to kind of deal with. I believe if this thing stays green, they're going to be pretty much in lap traffic from the entirety of this one. So what do you do if you're the leader, and what if you do when you're the second or third place driver? Do you try and get around, maybe use some of these lap cars as a pick? Here you can see the battle for fourth and fifth is getting a little bit squirrely because it's got about the battle for some drivers outside of the top 10. The 4 gets down and away. Colton Martin, the 04 of Justin Prescott, he's the fifth place driver. And the 03 is down and around there as well. But some of the drivers kind of mixing on in laps, and that can be frustrating as well. But everybody doing a great job here. Back up front, side by side with the leaders. They top 3 able to get down and around. The 15 car going to go down a second lap there. That's Kyle Dumas in the number 15 car. And you can see just that gap between the front 3 and that P4 car of Colton Martin. This guy's just really able to slice through this lap traffic here at Oxford Plains. They've really got the cars set up for this one, especially on these long green flag runs here. And everybody coming down to at least get 2 tires, potentially 4 tires for a couple of these guys. But everything seems to be holding out for this one. 15 laps to go, 14 once they cross the stripe. And you can see, oh, yellow flag going to come out here in this one, I believe, for the 77 car indeed. Pointed in the wrong direction. Got a front row seat to the front row, it looked like. So we'll back that up on the U-House Racing Designs instant replay up to the outside wall there on the recovery as well. And it looked like there might have been multiple incidents. As DJ Gerard, you can see, going to come down pit road on the right side of your dream. Garrett Benson going to get some action down there as well. So you can see DJ Gerard and a little 3 wide, the 74 up into the 13. That looked okay. There's the 15 car pointed in the wrong direction. So we're going to come back to that 15 momentarily. It's going to be Kyle Dumas. There's the incident that got the 77 down into the outside wall. There's the 45 as well. So we're going to back this up in the 15 car because we saw that bumper cover kind of fly away. And it looks like there was another incident up in front of this. So we'll see if we can get caught up with that. There's the 59 down on the bottom side. Everything looking A-okay there. And you can see the 15 just kind of up, loses the backside of the race car up into the grit there. And there's the contact. That's the bumper cover we saw fly off as well. So the 16 going to come down pit road. Kyle Dumas going to try and get some of that virtual sheet metal work done just a little bit. We're going to rejoin the leaders here with 12 laps to go. And this is going to get exciting because we've seen that 19 car has been a monster on restarts all evening long. Going to choose that bottom side once again. Going to get this restart with 10, count them, 10 laps to go here at Oxford Plains. And everybody wants to win here at Oxford, especially drivers up here in the Northeast. Very special racetrack here for everybody up in this area. Kyle Dumas in the 15 car still down on pit road. Looks like may very well be done for the evening. Pace car going to jump down pit road for what could be the final time as we take a restart. And Aaron Thompson going to run away with it. He's able to pull away by a car length, maybe 2 over the side-by-side battle. Now for second, J.D. Stockwell, Skylar Shippey down on the bottom side. Stockwell up on the top. The 4 car is there as well. Colton Martin wants a piece of the podium, and he's going to do everything he can to try and get the nose on up in there and kick that door open. The door is open. J.D. Stockwell moving up to the middle groove, up to the high side of the racetrack, and you can see that 4 going to try and slip on in. 8 laps to go there at the stripe, and the top 10, they are all right up with the leaders. Oh, big slide there from Stockwell in the 45 car. Going to slide him back to 4th place. They're side by side almost, 3 wide there momentarily for 6th place as Aaron Thompson is doing everything he can to try and hold off the field. He's got Skylar Shippey, one of the quickest cars we've seen here on VidaneTV in recent times. 51 car all over now, the back bumper of the 19, but does he have enough time to get there? Does he have enough car to get down and around? Coming to the stripe, 5 laps to go. Just kidding, that's the backstretch. As we come to the stripe this time, going to be 5 laps to go for Aaron Thompson in the 19. The 51 car is there. I don't know if he's got enough to get down and around. They're beating and banging for just outside the top 5. J.D. Stockwell, he's kind of leading this pack, or he's leading the charge on that 4-car. Colton Martin leading the pack as the front 2 have checked out. They've got a 6-car length lead over the rest of the pack. They're duking it out here for the 3rd spot. They're duking it out for 6th and 7th on back. But there you can see the battle for the lead getting ready to get spicy. The 51 car is searching. He's looking high. He's looking low. He's trying to get down and around to see if he can pass that 19 car. Checked open that time by. Not quite enough steam to get there. Gave a little bit of a shot to the back bumper. Skylar Shippey is there. He's going to come to the stripe. This time not by. Pick your favorite flavor. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Aaron Thompson, doing everything he can to try and prevent that. A big bump from Skylar Shippey in the 51 car. Got the 19 loose, rattled his cage just a little bit. They keep on going. White flag, white rag for Aaron Thompson, goes high. This time by, leaves the door open for Shippey. Not quite enough there. Shippey going to try and take a peek once again. One final opportunity for the 51. They go into the corner side by side, into the corner panel. Goes the 19, the 51. Down on the bottom, skating a little bit sideways. Unofficially gonna be the 51, leading only 1 the last lap of the race. That right there, folks, is what you call short track racing. That was a lot of fun to watch. There's a little victory drift from the 51 car. That was a lot of fun to watch. Great run there for the 51 car, picking up the unofficial victory. There's J.D. Stockwell in the 45 car as well. We'll take a look at the unofficial results here from the drivers crossing the stripe. The 51, Skylar Shippey going to lead the final lap. Aaron Thompson in the 19 car going to lead all but one. He's going to finish in 2nd. J.D. Stockwell going to come home in 3rd. Justin Prescott, going to finish in 4th. Rodney Huntoon going to come back into the 5th spot. Kyle Buck, Nate Wenzel, Colton Martin, Dylan Zulo, and Jackson Davis going to round out the top 5. And we'll start from 3rd place. JD, great run here tonight. Up in the top 5 all evening long. That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was fun at times, but track was super slick. I didn't start where I wanted, and guess I made it work.
Absolutely. 45 car finishing on the podium once again here. Just a handful of races left in the season. What have we got to look forward to here for the 45 car?
Oh, I mean, hopefully more of this. The whole team here is up in the top 3, and it was a good, clean race. No wrecking happened, so I was definitely happy with that one. I think it's the cleanest race that we've had as a whole.
Absolutely. A lot of fun to watch up here in the booth, and I guess there's a party in the pits afterwards for sure. Who else is out here watching? Who gets you to and from the virtual racetrack?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my grandma, everyone here at Heat Race Heroes, Aaron, Skylar, kind of Keegan. Not really tonight, but yeah, thanks to everyone for watching and them for putting it on. You guys for streaming it. We'll be back next week.
Absolutely. Going to slide on up to the teammate finishing in 2nd. Led all of them except for the last one. Aaron, great run here tonight. What else did you need to hold off the 51?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just got my right rear a little hot. I don't know. It is what it is. I've had same car wreck me 2 weeks in a row that I should have won both races and made sure he didn't have a chance tonight, but just didn't quite have enough for Skylar.
Disappointing 2nd place run here tonight. Who's out there watching? Who do you want to thank?
All the people out there watching me, my mom, my sister Leanne, my sister Kim, Justin, Jim, all the guys at Heat Race Heroes. It's a fun race.
And we'll slide on over to victory lane. Skylar Shippey leading the last lap, leading the final lap. The one that matters, coming home with the W. What was going through your mind on that final restart?
I mean, I came in, when we came out for qualifying, my wheel decided I didn't want to have force feedback anymore. So I did this whole race with no force feedback. So I was just trying to hang on. That's why I fell back to 8th. And then those new tires, I guess it just lit this thing up. So we went for it.
New tires, a big favorite in short track racing for sure. Who's out there watching? Who gets you to and from the virtual racetrack?
Northeast Home Restorations, UNOH, Islam Meraki, Perkins, and anybody out there watching.
Skylar Shippey coming home with the win here tonight at the virtual Oxford Plains. Aaron Thompson going to finish in second. JD Stockwell finishing in third. That's going to do it here for us tonight on VidaneTV. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. We'll get all the likes, the subscribes, the shares, all that good stuff on the social media as well. We'll catch you on the flip side. And when we do, we are going to be doing it live.